Poland buys 72 Chunmoo rocket artillery systems and thousands of missiles from South Korea. Poland has entered into a $6.4 billion $1.6 billion agreement with South Korea to purchase 72 Chunmoo rocket artillery systems and thousands of tactical guided missiles, the country's defense ministry said. This agreement builds upon two previous contracts signed in late 2022, under which Poland acquired just over 500 Chunmoo launchers from the South Korean defense company Hanwha Aerospace. These are scheduled for delivery by 2027. In line with the new contract, 12 of the launchers will be manufactured in South Korea, with the remaining 60 to be produced in Poland, according to Poland's IR news agency. The agreement will significantly enhance the capabilities of the Polish defense industry, Poland's defense ministry said in the statement. The technology transfer will enable local production, maintenance, and upgrades, and facilitate the manufacture of spare parts for these systems, it also said. In Poland, the system operates under the name OMRK and consists of a Chunmoo launcher mounted on a Polish Jelks chassis, tailored to meet the specific requirements of the Polish armed forces. Jael Sun, CEO of Hanwha Aerospace, underlined the deal's importance to regional security, stating it reflects the company's dedication to supporting the enhancement of security in Poland and the region, irrespective of political and societal changes. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Poland increased its defense spending to 4% of GDP, the highest rate in NATO. A significant portion of its military acquisitions has come from South Korea, including light combat aircraft, tanks, and self-propelled howitzers. Poland's new government, which took over in December, hinted initially at canceling at least some of the arms deals signed by predecessors, but eventually decided to continue the policy of rapid modernization and bulking up of the army. With the war raging in neighboring Ukraine for more than 2 years now, Poland is NATO's most strategic country, as it also borders on Russia's ally Belarus, and Russia itself to the northeast. Poland also is the strategic logistics hub of military and humanitarian help for Ukraine. Meanwhile, decision-makers in Seoul are readying for the April 10 parliamentary election, and the campaign is delaying legislative work required to pave the way for the provision of a second loan to Poland, local observers say. The state-run Export-Import Bank of Korea, which is the country's official export credit agency, has almost reached its lending cap as a result of last year's string of major arms deals with Warsaw. For the bank to be able to provide another loan to Poland that could cover pending purchases, South Korean lawmakers need to amend relevant legislation before the National Assembly's term concludes. Joo-hyun Kim, a researcher at the Seoul-based Security Management Institute, told Defense News that South Korean lawmakers seem to share an understanding that the legislation requires a revision to prevent defense contracts awarded by Poland from getting canceled by its government. However, within the National Assembly, there are voices suggesting that this law overly concentrates on a particular country, Poland, and a specific industry, defense, he said. A victory of South Korea's conservative, ruling People Power Party could push legislative work necessary for the provision of a second loan, but it will not eliminate all the challenges that could hamper the two countries' cooperation, according to the researcher. While the outcome of the general election could potentially increase the likelihood of the law being passed, assuming the Conservative Party prevails in the April election, there are no guarantees that it will be easily approved even after the election. Part of the challenge lies in the credibility issue stemming from the change in the Polish government last year, which has impacted decision-makers in South Korea, said Kim. The South Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the country's embassy in Warsaw did not reply to a request for comment. Poland's previous government of the right-wing Law and Justice Party had inked a number of deals to buy South Korean weapons worth billions of dollars. The orders included Fa-50 light attack aircraft, K-9 howitzers, K-2 Black Panther tanks, and K239 Chunmoo multi-barrel missile launchers. Deliveries began last year, but the majority of the units covered by framework deals are subject to a second loan to be provided to Poland by South Korea's financial institutions. Upon taking office in December, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk quickly declared there was a problem with the loan Seoul was expected to provide to Warsaw, as officials began to scrutinize the preceding cabinet's defense acquisitions.